Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Mayor Ted Betancourt, and so great to have all of you here today. Very happy and honored to be with you all as we raise the pride flag above the city of Peabody. I wanted to first mention Tom Gould, our city councilor at large. Yes. Under Tom's leadership, we began this tradition several years ago, and always appreciate Tom's friendship, his advocacy, and just the great work he does in the city of Peabody. Thank you, Tom. I want to mention a number of elected officials and city leaders who are here today as well. Appreciate everybody's presence. We have our state senator, Joan Lovely. Thank you, Senator, for being here. Our state representative, Tom Walsh. Thank you, Tom. From our city council, Peter McGinn. Thank you, Pete. From our school committee, Jared Hockman. Thank you, Jared, for being here. And I wanted to thank our police chief, Tom Griffin, for being here and joining us. Thank you, Chief. And our school superintendent, Dr. Josh Vidala, and his team. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. And so many of our friends here at City Hall. Thank you all for joining us today. We have a number of speakers that I'm going to turn it over to, leading advocates and community leaders that I'm going to introduce and ask to say a few words today. And I'm going to have a proclamation at the end that I wanted to read before we raise the flag. But very honored to continue this important tradition here in the city of Peabody. This is always an important event that has meaning to me, it's meaning to everybody here and everybody in our city. And it's something that's very important that we continue to build on. And a number of our community leaders are here today. They've been here at a number of our flag raising events. And I wanted to have them come up and say a few words today. And in no particular order, I wanted to first start from North Shore Pride. I wanted to ask Hope to come forward and speak.
Hello, everybody. How are ya? I'm very quiet. I'm very reserved. So can we say it? Happy Pride! Thank you so much, and I'm honored to be here on behalf of the board of North Shore Pride. We're a nonprofit organization with a mission of education and advocacy on behalf of LGBTQ plus persons here on the North Shore. And I'm very honored to be here with Nagley as well, with Tony, and with Michael from the LGBT social network. Sorry, Michael. So why do we fly this flag, and why is it so important this year more than any other year? We've been doing this, as the mayor said, exponentially every year. We do it throughout the North Shore. When we first started doing flag raisings, there were maybe one or two towns or cities that did them. I remember my first flag raising was in Gloucester at then Varian, I think it was called then. And it was myself, the janitor, and a trans employee who worked there. And that was it. And that was many, many years ago. North Shore Pride started the Rainbow Coalition. It's not even an organization, an informal group of pride organizers throughout the North Shore and beyond. And I'm very honored to say that we now have, as of today, 22 members who have pride organizations that they've started. And that's amazing because, as we all know, this year, more than ever, trans rights are being rescinded. Violence against the LGBTQ plus community is skyrocketing. And it's more important than ever. And the reason why North Shore Pride voted for this theme this year is Show Your Pride in 25. And so that's what we ask, because it's about spreading the word. It's about connecting with our community. And if you connect with one person, you've connected with our community. And support is needed more than ever. So I'm going to ask you one more time, please. More important than ever in 2025, show your pride. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hope. Great to have you here. Next, I wanted to ask to come up and speak from Nagley, Tony Leone. Tony?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I am fortunate enough to serve as the program director at NAGLY, the North Shore Alliance of LGBTQIA plus youth. We're centrally located in downtown Salem, but we're fortunate enough to have three other Now going to be 3 satellite sites across the greater North Shore. Newburyport, Lynn, and one developing now in Reading. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. As the program director, we have roughly over 350 active youth participants from well over 36 communities across the greater North Shore. Thank you. We are connected to over 22 different school districts and have done trainings in well over 25 in the last school year alone. This work cannot be done without just one-time support or acceptance anymore, but by taking action from community leaders to school staff to providers, working together to provide the utmost care for youth, young adults, and simply all people. We will create this much-needed change and save lives, right? So many lives. Systemic change is needed now more than ever. So I just want to take a moment and just kind of breathe. Just take a few seconds, take some time, feel the ground beneath us, feel that connection to everyone within this beautiful space today. Fortunately, the world is full of hate right now, but this space is beautiful. The energy, the beautiful hearts. As we breathe, I want to focus on the breathing of feeling love and perseverance between one another, between this beautiful space. So what does it mean to celebrate Pride? To some, it's a month. To most of us, it's 11 months out of the year, 12 months out of the year. Pride is a time to come together as a community, build relationships, and lean on one another for love and support. Whether you represent this big, beautiful, diverse rainbow, or you're a strong, visible ally, we celebrate Pride in a variety of ways, from festivals to flag raisings to parades. Now more than ever, we need visibility, we need strength, and we need camaraderie. LGBTQ plus youth are at an all-time high risk for experiencing hate, ridicule, bullying, and harassment within schools and community settings, just for living their authentic truth. The government wants to take away their basic human rights to simply exist, let alone access to gender-affirming care. Now as a community, let me rephrase, as a strong community, we can combat this hate and ridicule in several ways. By educating others on what a safe and supportive person looks like and how to act upon that. By implementing policies and procedures to combat bullying and harassment in schools. By finding and identifying safe spaces. By continuously working to be a strong ally or support system for others. By asking for help. By being a friend. So I leave you with this. Pride, although is a spectacular month, should not be forgotten come July. Please keep advocating moving forward well into the next 11 months. If you are a youth, young adult struggling right now, ask for help, ask for support, find safe and trusted adults and peers to lean on. Connect with NAGLY. Find solitude in knowing there are people here who love and support you no matter what. You are not alone in this. We are in this fight together. Thank you. I just want to quickly, James Giesler, who's our executive director, just walked in, so I want to make sure I represent him as well. Thank you.
Tony, thank you. That was great. Appreciate your words. I also wanted to ask our friend Michael Toby to come up and say a few words as well. Michael?
Pardon me if I squint. I don't want my eyes hidden from you all. It is wonderful to be back here in Peabody to speak, to present, and to represent my community, though I am in Salem and I do a lot of volunteer roles in Salem. I do represent the North Shore LGBT social network, and it's just a community activity group where we do 3 to 7 events a month for all ages from 21 and above. So we're all kids. You know, though you may look at me and think, what's this old guy doing standing up here? My friends call me a traveling Skittles exhibit. I wear colors all the time. I wear rainbow colors all the time. Is it part of my fabric? Is it part of your fabric? Is it part of your fabric for one day, one for today, for 1 month, June, or all through the year? What is pride? What do you think Pride is? Why do we use the term pride? Well, in June 28th in 1969 is when there was a riot at the Stonewall Inn in New York City fighting against the bullying police. That's officially when the movement started. What is pride then? We chose pride to oppose the fear, the loathsome, the shame, the stigma, the socially stigma that we either apply to ourselves or others apply to us. We're trying to shed that. We're all very different. Look around you. Every one of us is very different. We're different colors. We're different dimensions. We're different ethnics. We have different proclivities. It doesn't mean we're different in a bad way. It just means we're like a wonderfully colorful quilt. But a quilt won't work if we don't pull together. If we don't pull the threads together, we'll unravel. So being part of a community is about pulling together. Your show of support here is great. It has to be carried forward. All of you elected officials, we look to you to be our leaders, to speak for us, to go forth with the idea of protecting all of us. You know, I'll tell you, I grew up in Wenham, a little more conservative. The fear of being attacked was great. LGBTQ plus individuals fear that. Try to be the individuals throughout the year that's not a fearful individual. Wear a rainbow pin even. The very least of our efforts can help us carry forth. You know, there's a lot of letters in this umbrella. Where did it all come from? We're all people in categories that wish to be recognized. I don't know where all the letters came from. I didn't get the email. So, you know, but we are a changing, evolving nation, and we are looking at a lot of critical issues coming up for all of us. So how are we going to support one another? Are we going to accept that we're changing, or are we going to look askance and say, oh, I'm not an immigrant, so I'm going to look away. Oh, I'm not gay, I'm going to look away. Oh, I'm not trans, I'm going to look away. And if you consider trans and LGBT are scapegoats, do you know that there's only about 1.6 million individuals in this country that identify as transgender? And we have 340 million people? What's the issue here? Who's making the issue? Let these individuals live with the full rights. Many of our formerly supportive corporations and networks are pulling away from us. MasterCard, Deloitte, Target, Pepsi, Comcast, Sky Vodka. People, we drink in this country. We go to Sky Vodka, and they are dumping us by the wayside into the gutter. They needed us. They built their company. Now they discard us because they're scared. We need to find our might and stop being scared. And that means showing up, stepping up, speaking up, presenting, protesting, and discussing. Keep on discussing. So with this, part of my, I'm not a teacher. I just try to share some wisdom. I'm an old guy, and, I want people to recognize that we can all share. And how do you practice life? Be humankind. Humankind. And go forth.
Thank you. That was great. And I want to recognize and again thank Hope, Tony, and Michael for your words today. Thank you all. Very powerful. So I do have a proclamation I wanted to read, and then we can raise the flag. Proclamation from the City of Peabody. Whereas the City of Peabody is a friendly and welcoming community that celebrates and promotes diversity and inclusion. And whereas North Shore Pride and NAGLI and North Shore LGBTQ plus network have been strong advocates and supporters of the LGBTQ communities throughout New England and are celebrating North Shore Pride here today in the City of Peabody. And whereas the City of Peabody recognizes the importance of equality and freedom, and whereas the City of Peabody recognizes that our nation was founded upon the principles that all people are created equal and that each person has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And whereas the City of Peabody is dedicated to fostering acceptance of all its residents and preventing discrimination and mistreatment based on sexual orientation or gender identity. And whereas the City of Peabody is strengthened by and thrives upon the rich diversity of ethnic, cultural, racial, gender, and sexual identities of its residents, all of which contribute to the vibrant character of our city. And whereas the City of Peabody recognizes the importance and contribution of members of the LGBTQ community. Now, therefore, I, as mayor, on behalf of the city, do hereby proclaim and recognize the month of June as Pride Month and urge all residents to actively promote the principles of equality and liberty. And I wanted to ask Tom Gould and our speakers today to come forward and raise the flag. So again, thank you all for being here on this beautiful day. I'm very proud to have the pride flag raised above City Hall. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone.